Paralamala gives you, Sangela gives you, Chula gives you, Gindula gives you, Chimde de Rajumba and the Parazobe, Sange Shagatuba, Chalselo, Indurjing, Buram de Jumba, Chalselo, Rinjin or Jula. Chalselo longi elbur Chalselo paidila Chalselo bagila Chalselo rinchin mila Chalselo rinchin daul Chalselo La Chalselo Rinjindawa Chalselo Injima Mibala Chalselo Bajil Chalselo Sambala Chalselo Sambejin Chalsalo chulala chalsalo chulaila chalsalo balsala chalsalo zenden chalsalo yozijin thail chalsalo olbala chalsalo nyan mit Chalselo sinmegi bula Chalselo medo bala Chalselo indigeniship Sambe ozire nambarul bangun barakin ba Chalselo indigeniship baban me ozire nambarul bangun bagin ba Chalsalo Nurbala Chalsalo Nunnery Chalsalo Sambal Shindo Yondral Chalsalo Wambu Togi Gelsani Gelbula Chalsalo Shindo Nambara Nunnery Chalsalo Yuli Shindo Nambara Gelwa Chalsalo Nambara Shibi Chalsalo Kunina Kulbi Bala Chalsalo Rinche Padma Nambala Chalsalo Dijini Shiba Raj Yanda Barazobe Sangirimbo Cheda Padmala Rabduj Sangiri Wangi Yalva Chalsalo Dala Sopa Chojuji Dengi Kamtamjana Dini Shiva Rajumba Zobe Sangi Jumde de Ganjingi Jiju de Suji Sangi Jumde de Datamjadal The Kikiwa de Dango Tomadan Tamama Jivana Kurwana Kuregina Tamjatu de Pamigi will Yudu Salvadang Yubala Sisirang, Chudungi Koram, Chochu Gidungi Kurshovadang, Rudusur, Topala Sisiram, Samachi Bangalegi Bandang Yudu Salvadang Yubala. Migi Wachugela Gelam Yantabalam, Wala Jubadang, Judu Salvadang Jubala Sisui. Liki Bagang Gidim Nantasum Jangler Jam, Dudugina Sujo, Idagi, you talk up the Gam Lalu. La Sinim Bonam Sukyo, Boma Samaguam, Tawala Presimbaguam, Sangi Jul, Eva Mikiva, Ligiva, Tidatam Jason Yajum, then the Ishi Sugurba, Janda Gurba, Banda Gurmasam, Kinbaziba, the Tagajum, Telusha, Mijabo, maybe the Lanjak, Jujin, the Maragela, Sangajum, and the The Kikiwa de Dago, Tomata, Tamama, Chivana, Grovana, Koregan, Agenda, the Jimbadana, the Jukin, Sukivel, Sikim, Jason Zalway, Ganlabadan, that gets Sultim Shumi, so Ganlabadan, that gets some Brishabala, and Begir, so Ganlabadan, that gets some Jayus, and Begis Begir, so the Kijan Choto, some get Begir, so Ganlabadan, the Gelana, maybe Shinging, so Ganlava, the Tatum, Jachi, the Jism, the Kuna Machibadang, Comeyang, Comala Mayang, Lamrayon, Lana Mebayang, Dabres of Judayos, Gio, Chita Davis, and Yajum Danam Yoson, Vadanjidra Majum Bess, and Yajum Danam Yoson, or Griba Danjida, Daltrijibis, and Yajum Danam Yoson, or the Gigan Yoson, or Gio, Diva Tamjani, Suzrasha, Sunam Tamjalani, Jisu Iran, Sangatam Jalani, Guji. The Solana may be Shigi Chotum, but to Bregur, Chigi, Micho, Galwa, Ganda, Daldreshupa, Dankanda, Deva, Data, Kama, Junayan, Habata, gets her Dragon, Thermoju, Regedi, gives you a she. Om Bandra Sadu Samaya Manabalaya Bandra Sadu Denaba, the me was the game, me was the game, was Sarvasiti me Varaya, Sarvagama Suza, me Setam Sriam Guru, ha ha, ho Bhagavan Sarvada Gadaman. Bandribama Samaya Satu, Om Bandra Sadu Samaya Manabalaya, Bandra Sadu Denaba, the me was the game, me was Bogayo, me Baba, under the me was Sarvasiti me Varaya, Sarvagama Suza, me Setam Sriam Guru, ha ha, ho Bhagavan Sarvada Gadaman. Bandribama Samaya Satu, Om Bandra Sadu Samaya Manabalaya, Bandra Sadu Denaba, the me was the game, me was Bogayo, me was. Sarvasiti me Varaya, Sarvagama Suza, me Setam Sriam. Ha ha ha, ho Bhagavan Sarvada Gadamadharma me Bandribama Samaya Sadu. Oye Bandribama me Ahong Oye Nambar Onjin Sirgi Saji. Oye Bandribama Ahong Oye Kuruyogi Kurve Usu Hong Shi Yalbo Rava Shar Babu Loy Zambole Noy Balanjo Jan Hamigana Shardul Luba Lurang Ayam Dang Ayavajana Namdo Yade Dalam Jodo Changde Dami Dami and Gida Rimboche Evasam Ninjeva Mamoeva Elodo Ekorla Rimboche Nurbo Rimboche Sunmo Rimboche Nunbo Rimboche Lambo Rimboche Rimboche Mabo Rimboche Tere chenpo e pongpa gewa ma e chenwa lui ma e kare ma e mito ma e dibu ma nangsal Disha ma ngi ma e dawa rimbo chin dugu chokle nambar Gelsana usur ladami paljur bansum sopa masawami Tangshi idu angwa dang shiba dingi sumi paldan lama damba jangani kashuki karlo korwe yun kulwaraki o etuji truwe tendo jisu Shini shingi lamdu isulu Saji Bugi Jongshi Mitu Chamari Ravli Jeli Gimba De Sangi Jindu Mide Purwai Dogo Nam Shindu Chudvara Guru Idam Ratna Mendra Kamniya Daya Mi Arira Linji Linda Chari Charin Nadu Dirgi Bomba Lega Ande Dalu Lonch Nasi Jeva Gulbuna Duji Gondi Jina Gabdu Sula Guru Idam Ratna Mandala Ganriya Naya Miya Yirchi Mandala Sangpo Dibulwe Shangchibulam La Pasha Mijong Jid Sama Gelwe Gompa Sopa Dan Siva Midru Jivara Mikuje Namkada Nyambe Tunam Durajo Simche Namgi Sambada Loi Jirda Chidarawa Chichon Thunmon Thebay Chugi Korlong Kordo
What is this? Chugi Padangto to some sangi Ranzim Chukum Denzimba, Zavela Misha, Chagio, Paldin Jidewan Jutamjegi, Chiven Chikurgurva Chugi J, Tayin Dona Pendant Jevambo, Paldin Druvish of the Chagio, Paldin Zavela Marimbuchi, Taginingar Pemis and Dula, Devameva Davushuni, Kuzuntugi Jingi Labdus, to some sangi dam, checking or reading or gets to Capta. Kadin sonda majiba dijin zawe lama tambe shagi be mutu jima meba la gozon rabdo te den go vechaze shin chodo kyapso chio ta dan lo me gyu chingi la bon ze do manjun nam ka dangyen besin chen damje Rodongi Gamzolin, the number of them shaking Bazonju Kevin Doji Chanchim, Govana Gobarcha, Dichido, Dambichuki Ching some Jawar Giwala, Kunanda Kunchi Rimbanam, the Gurimbuchin Edition, so much into set up December show. So today, on the final day of the Millen Amitabha retreat, in a way, it is a very joyous moment, but in a way also, a bit of a sadness to have this wonderful gathering where His Holiness the Gyalwang Drukpa's blessing, physical blessing, is also present, and then all the their Gyabji Rinpoches, the Rinpoches are also gathered here, Lopens, monks, nuns, Sangha, all gathered here single-pointedly, to fulfill the wish of Mayumla, to fulfill the wish of His Holiness, and to practice the Amitabha Buddha for the sake of all sentient beings. To kind of this gathering to disperse is a kind of a little bit of sadness, but then I feel that we can also make an aspiration that this kind of Amitabha practicing under one mandala, under the one guru, we will get this opportunity again and again throughout this life, and similarly, as a result of that, we will also be gathering again in Amitabha's pure land, under the Guru, with the Dhamma brother and sister again. We all should make an aspiration so that this event, this kind of opportunity to practice, happens again throughout our lives. Now, coming to the subject of our, the sharing subject of the Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land Prayer, once again I reiterate that Buddha Shakyamuni, on one of his teachings, he talked about in the western direction there's a Buddha Amitabha. He's also known as Buddha Amitayu, Buddha of unlimited light, unlimited life. And because of his aspiration, the Pure Land of Amitabha Buddha has all the quality of millions of other Buddhas' Pure Land combined into one. And because of Amitabha Buddha's aspiration, even ordinary people like us who are full of defilement, who are not enlightened, nor great bodhisattva, even ordinary people like us can be born into Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, as long as we can fulfill the 4 conditions and avoid the 6 negative conditions. 6 negative conditions are not killing your father, mother, killing Arhat, physically harming a Buddha, harmony in the entire Buddhist Sangha. And then the 6th one is disrespect different yanas. You can follow your own yana, what is suitable for you. You should have a guru that is suitable for you. You don't necessarily need to follow everyone, but we should never criticize. We should respect every yana, every teaching of the Buddha given to benefit sentient beings. So as long as we do not do these 6 negative cause and condition, and if we can create the 4 positive cause and condition, remembering Amitabha Buddha and his Pure Land and generating an aspiration to go there is the first quality. Accumulating positive virtue through various means, especially through the practice of this Pure Land prayer, prostration, offering in real or in visualization, purification, rejoicing in others' virtuous deed, requesting the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to give teachings according to capacity of the different being. For some, please teach Vajrayana. For some, please teach Mahayana. For some, please teach Theravada. Within Vajrayana, some may feel connected to Guru Padma, some to Avalokiteswara, some to Nyungne, different practices. Whatever benefit being, they have a coming connection with the wheel of Dharma, through that accumulated merit, and then requesting all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to live long in this world for the benefit of all beings, so that we are not caught up in the extreme views. So requesting, so these 6 are the ways of accumulating merit in order to be born to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. And then the third condition was that we must have an aspiration to become enlightened, and aspiration to liberate all the sentient being to the state of enlightenment. And that is because every other happiness we should give to sentient being, but all other happiness are temporarily satisfaction. So it is for temporarily, it is not a lasting happiness, but enlightenment is the one that can liberate the sentient being, forever. So that is why aspiration for every sentient being to get enlightened by my effort, by my dedication, is the bodhicitta. So that is the third quality to be born into Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. It is said that in Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, there is no one who is not a bodhisattva, even though who are in the form of us or Theravadan bhikshu bhikshuni, but in reality they are all bodhisattva. There is no one in Amitabha Pure Land who has not taken the bodhisattva vow. So the third quality is the third cause and condition are bodhicitta, and then the fifth one is aspiration and dedication. So today's topic, today we are talking about are the aspiration and dedication. Well, so screen now. Tadang dala jetokun dine sepe gyomata besangye ba men korge ko dindongo sum chombersho. So the fourth quality, creating the fourth cause and condition, starts with the prayer that when me and beings who are connected to me, when we are about to depart from, when we depart from this body, when our depart from this body or this life, many Amitabha Buddha surrounded by thousands of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the form of bhikshuni, literally up in front of my eyes. And when I see them, may I have so much of joy that I am going to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, that my Guru Amitabha Buddha has come to take me there. Then may I not even feel even the smallest bit of fear for death, And then the 8 Bodhisattvas with abilities, through their realization appear in the sky, and may they show the path, support me from left and right and back to Buddha Pure Land. Lamdun lamna dembarsho. Now after this, there is the word goes that if I do not, when such an opportunity comes, is talking about what kind of mentality we should be having at the time of the death. It is said that when the time of the death comes, one of the most important things, besides remembering the Amitabha Buddha, remembering your practice, is a sense of detachment. Very important. So that is why they say that you should make a mandala offering. At the time, if you have done the pope or you have been a practitioner, but at the time of the death is a very important kind of let's say a kind of a turning point. Like for example, you may make a lot of preparation to fly somewhere, but at the airport gate, if you enter the wrong gate and enter another plane, you will reach a wrong destination. So yes, what we do in the day-to-day life is important, but the moment of the day is important because karma of this life is over, karma of next life is not yet ripened, So it is a very important moment where if you are being a very good person throughout your life, but at the moment of your death, if you die with a full of anger, regret, resentment, then there is a great possibility for you to be born into the lower realm. And even if you have not led a very positive life, but at the time of the death, if you have a deep sense of regret, deep sense of refuge in the Buddhas and Bodhisattva, through that, because it's such a crucial moment, it is possible that you can go to the Pure Land or at least take a positive rebirth. So many masters emphasize the time of the death, we should be surrounded by people who do not aggravate us. If possible, by teachers, Dhamma practitioners who gives you teaching. Remember your guru, remember your practice. Now don't be so attached to your wealth, your family, your husband. Now that these are like a dream, you have to leave behind. These are this life's dream. Now this life dream is over. Then the next phase of yours to start. Don't be attached. So that kind of environment is very much recommended when we are about to pray or when others are about to pass away. So that is why this prayer also is trying to emphasize the importance of detachment in general, but especially during the time of the death. So it says, prayer goes on. If I am born into the 3 lower realms of a hell realm, hungry ghost realm, there is so much of unbearable. Like His Holiness the Gyawan Druk taught at the beginning, even if you cannot feel compassion, entire beings of the universe, beings, and at least think of how many, hundreds of thousands of animals are being killed every morning. Their throats are cut, their necks are cut, they are taken out from the water, left to suffocate. So many, how much of sentient beings are going through every day. That every day, I think we human beings kill about more than 1 billion animals worldwide. At least, so if it is said the suffering of we can't see the hungry ghosts in the hell realm, but what we can see in animal realm itself is unbearable. Even if you are born in the God realm, and even if you are born into the human realm, you have to be, when we are born, it is said that we may not remember, but when we are in the mother's womb for 9 months, when we develop from something like a yogurt, to more kind of a physical shape begins to take, then the body begins to sensations, 5 senses begins to develop more and more. It is said that in the sutra we go through a tremendous amount of suffering, suffocation, darkness. When our parents eat something hot, when mother eats something hot, it is like you're being boiled in a hot oil. When mother drinks something cold, you're like being frozen in the ice. When mother moves too much, you feel like you're being thrown over the cliff. And you feel, as the senses develop, it is said you feel, that sense of darkness, sense of being suffocated, wanting to come out. When the limbs begin to develop, it is like strong man pulling you from all 4 directions. And then when we come out from the mother's womb, no matter soft the cloth is, it cannot compare to the womb. And our skins are not very, very sensitive. It is like someone has rubbing kind of a sandpaper on your skin, etc. It is said in the sutras, it is said that if someone says they were 300 gold coins, you stay in a safety tank for 3 days in a covered safety tank, no one will stay. If we can truly remember the suffering of the birth, no one will want to be born again. They will make sure that they never have to be born in the samsara again. So it is said that to be born is suffering of getting old, suffering of getting sick, suffering of dying, not getting what you want, losing what you want, what you like, fearing that you will meet in a situation you don't want, so etc. There are suppose 8 kind of different suffering the human beings have. And similarly, even if you're born into the God realm, if you are born into the God realm, it is said that for like a long, long time, I think for almost like I think human beings 1,000 days, some of the gods 1 day, they are beautiful, luxurious life, extremely luxurious life, except 7 days before they are about to die, then they begin to sweat, then they begin to, feel tired, they become moody. Then their wives and their husband, tells them, oh, now I think you are going to be, leaving us soon. So they leave you kind of aside, they exclude you out of the community. The sense of loneliness they feel, sense of if they know that now where they're going to be born is maybe, maybe as an animal, even a human being, compared to the God's life is like a billionaire has become homeless person, If you have been a homeless, you can take it, but from billionaire to homeless is a very difficult transition, from someone, right? So that's why it is said the God realm have a lot of pride, and when more pride, the fall is much more painful. So the God realm also, when the karma to be dished, then you have the mental suffering the God go through, mental. They go through for 700 years of human life, 700 I think, is much more than the ones being in the hell realm go through. The mental, the sense of being left out of the community, sense of being, excluded from the community, knowing that you have enjoyed such a great, and now your fall is in front of you, decline is in front of you, etc. So it talks about Hamitiki Mitagyur. If we can remember our past, we have been emperors, and then again we have been born as a pig. We have been the king of the god, and again we were born as a hungry ghost. There is no birth not taken, no experience that we have not experienced. So please, may I develop a sense of fear, to be sense of renunciation and fear towards that. From beginningless time, I have been in the cyclic existence. From said that yes, nobody can the beginning of the samsara, and until you get enlightened. And so from beginningless time, amount of the rebirth taken, my dead body will then a mountain that I have shed, mother's milk that I have drunk, more than the ocean. Now it's so tiring that I have to do this again and again. Even in this life, if you have to do the same job 50 years and you retire, and again you have to start from the junior position, nobody will want to do that job. But because we can't remember our past life, we don't mind. If we can, no one will want to, go again in the endless cyclic existence. So I can pray for born as a human being, but human being also birth, age, sickness, so many suffering, and especially in this degenerated time, the 5D generation, life is short. Then I think the karma is degenerated. So there are 5 kinds of degenerated. We live in a degenerated time, war and famine and so many challenges. The joy of a happiness, of a joy of a human being and a God is like a poison. When you eat it, it's enjoyable, but after that you die. Similarly, you are in the human realm, you enjoy, but after the karma is finished, then again you have to go through the cyclic existence. So may I have no attachment, even attachment as small as a hair. My relatives, my food, wealth, my friends, my boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, mention them are impermanent, like a magic, like a dream. May I have no attachment towards my relatives, my friends, etc. In generally, but especially at the time of the death, my house, my land, my country, all are like a dream. In a dream, in your dream, you got a child, and the dream you have a happy life. In a dream, you got a promotion. In the dream, you lost the promotion. Your child passed away. and you go through so much of pain, and when you wake up, it was never real. Similarly, past 10 years, 30, 40 years, now when you look at it, except for a memory, there is nothing really to show, nothing to show. And for the past 6, 7 days, we have been here. Everything we have done, we have ate, we have talked, emotions we have experienced. Today it's a dream, and today will be tomorrow's dream. And it's called like a magic, because when the cause and conditions come to, for example, television is a magic. When the signal, the screen, and the electricity, the chips, whatever makes it see the image in the television screen, it looks so real, it can evoke so many emotions in us. But when but in reality, the image doesn't have a, if it is produced by all of these causal conditions coming together. Similarly, when we are gathered here, we are a group, but that group doesn't have an inherent reality. It's composed of so many individuals coming together, and the so-called group of people who are gathered here. So, and it is said that when some of the teaching, it is said that in the beach, when you see children playing with a sand castle, and then maybe children, they take it very seriously, the sand castle. The adult will laugh at the children, say, "Oh, this is not a real house." The wave will come and immediately rush away, kind of wash away your saddle. But when the wave comes, the children will cry, and the adult will say, "Oh, it's okay." And inside they will be laughing at each other at how silly the children are. Yet from the Buddha's point of view, we are doing the same thing. We are creating our own house, maybe not out of sand, but maybe when and the sand and everything together. Earthquake comes, when certain conditions come, they are impermanent. House are also degrading. House doesn't have an inherent reality. It is composed of all of these materials put together. We think it is very, we take it very seriously. We take our wealth very seriously. Similarly, relationships are also formed due to emotions. Emotions are constantly evolving, constantly changing. So that yet, we take everything so seriously, so permanently, with a sense of permanency. So that is why from the Buddha's point of view, how the things that we take for permanently, things that we take for very seriously, from a Buddha's point of view, is like a children who are playing in the sand castle, and crying about it, or feeling joyful about it, feeling very protective about it, feeling very attached to it. And us adults, attached to so many of the material things, things that we are attached to. Fame, sand castle of a fame, sand castle of a property, sand castle of a relationship, sand castle of a power. And within our own eyes, how many presidents, prime ministers, have changed. Within our own eye, within our own life, how many governments have fallen, how many empires have fallen over the course of history, right? But for those, when we are going through it, we take it as seriously as the children, take their sand castles very easily. So that is why it is important to remember these kind of teaching in general, but especially during the time of the death, so that we can offer to Amitabha Buddha. Maybe physically we don't have the capacity to offer, maybe not verbally, but that is not important. Most important is from our heart. If we offer to Amitabha Buddha, they will accept it and we will get the merit. And more importantly than that is that we are able to let go of this illusory life, this dream life, this impermanent dream that we have enjoyed for the past 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. In this dream, we had a relationship, we had a husband, we had a wife, children, we traveled to so many things, we had an enemy also, Now we can barely remember their faces. All of this experience to understand the life as a dream and offer whatever wealth, family we have to Amitabha Buddha. This is the kind of the attitude is very, very important. In one of the longer explanations, Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, I explained a few days ago also, there was someone who was a very good practitioner, but he was very attached to his gold. So even the Amitabha Buddha can't go of his wealth. So he couldn't go to Amitabha Buddha pure. He was born, at least for one time, as a snake who was always going around protecting his wealth. So we should not have that kind of attachment. We are making an aspiration that may I understand, that. And then when I'm about to go to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, may I be like a prisoner who is supposed to be imprisoned for 100 years, but suddenly he got a permission to go after 10 years. He will go without ever looking back. So that is how we should be, looking at the opportunity when the death comes, the opportunity to go to Amitabha Land. May I have no attachment like a bird that has been released from the hunters, the net. May I go toward the western direction. Since that time I don't have a physical body, it is my thought. Thought is quicker than anything anything. So that may just with a thought, single thought of devotion and aspiration, may I be able to cross the innumerable galaxies. May I be born into Amitabha. May I go to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, and there may I see Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. And just by seeing his grace, may my negative karma be purified. And among the 4 ways we are born into the world, through the mother's womb, through the egg, is called the double birth, and then born through the heat and the moisture, and then from the instantaneous birth, which is the birth of the God and the Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, born in the lotus. This is said to be the best birth. There's no pain to the mother, and the children also doesn't go through any suffering. It's instantaneous birth. So among the birth by the instantaneous is considered the highest of the birth. So instantaneously may I be born into a lotus of Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, and then immediately may my body be fully developed, and may I, then it is making an aspiration that it is said in the sutra that if someone creates all these 4 conditions, remembering Amitabha Buddha and his Pure Land vision, creating positive causal conditions, developing the Buddha, making aspiration, but still has a doubt. Will I really be born in Amitabha Buddha Pure Land? I am not very certain. Will I really be or not? If you have this kind of a head, this is a blockage to be your, you will be born in the Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. But because of the negative karma of the doubt, the lotus been for 500 years. So 500 years Amitabha Buddha Land is a very, very long year. Inside you're comfortable, there's no very comfortable, food is there, drink, everything is into the teaching, but the lotus open for 500 years. So it is too late to see the Amitabha Buddha. So may I not have any doubt, may I not, in the words of Buddha Shakyamuni, may I not have a doubt in the promise of Amitabha Buddha. May I not have a doubt in the cause and condition. For example, when you plant a chili, 100% sure that chili is going to come out. There is no need to, doubt about it. It is like, it is like impossible that you plant an apple will come out. Law of the Buddha has said that the sun might come down. You may win with your hand, but law of the karma, positive, negative karma we have accumulated. When the right cause comes, it will arise. Not a single karma will ever disappear without a reason. So either you have to do purification to purify negative karma, or or it will ripen. Positive karma also, when the time comes, it will ripen. So we should have a confidence without a doubt. That is the attitude, that kind of mental training that we should have. Lord such a thing not happen to. And then rather than that, as soon as I am born, may the lotus open, may I receive our Buddha, may I receive his teaching, and then may Amitabha keep his hand on my head and give prediction. The reason for this aspiration is, it is said that when you are a bodhisattva, practicing on the path of enlightenment, after a certain level of your attainment or understanding, one day you will meet a Buddha who will give a confirmation now, after so and so 100 lives or next life, you will be born as a Buddha. You will be born with a Buddha with this name, in this world, this teaching. Once the Buddha has given the prediction, that means that Bodhisattva is going to become Buddha for 100%, because Buddha's prediction never go wrong. Until then, Bodhisattva also, from Bodhisattva, if sometime you lose the Bodhichittava, you can go a little bit down, again go up and down. But from the moment you get the prediction, the confirmation from the Buddha, it is sure you will become a fully enlightened Buddha. So we are making an aspiration like that. And then may I receive the teaching from Buddha, Avalokitesvara, etc. And then when the many Buddhas come to see Amitabha Buddha, may I also be able to respect them, to serve them and receive teaching from them. And then, through the practice of your own practice, may I have the ability from Amitabha Buddha to go to pure land of Akshubhya, Mitrupa Buddha, to the Vajradharas, Omintupuku, and then the five Buddhas of the Sangya or Riknas. In the morning, may I be able to go receive teaching from the five Buddhas, Mikyopa, Rinjung, Döye, Number Nangze, receive initiation, teaching, make offering, and then in the evening, without any obstacle, able to come back, may go to Potala, in Changlo Potala, the pure land of Avalokitesvara, Changlo Chen, the pure land of Vajrapani, Guru Padma Sambhav, called mountain, and many numerous pure lands of the Tara, Avalokitesvara, etc. May I see hundreds of Avalokitesvara, Tara, Guru Padma Sambhava, etc. and then receive teaching and then come back, able to see the people that I have left behind, my students, my teacher, my family, my monastery, my etc. May I be able to protect them, bless them, and at the time of death, take them to Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. The whole eon, this eon. So when in the eon, I do not know what it means in English, our tricky, the spiritual word, Himalayan language, it is called kalpa. So Kelchin. So kalpa means when 1,000 Buddhas have come and gone, it is a one eon. So it is said that this world's one eon is Amitabha Buddha Pure Land's one day. So I guess even in the scientific movie they show that due to the black hole effect and etc., time can move differently. So I guess this is something that during that time we didn't have the black hole explanation, but something that was similarly taught by a Buddha, because everything is relative. Nothing has in time is relative, ups and down is the relative. So depending on the cause, the condition, anyway, the reality changes. So and in this world, when the Maitreya Buddha to the last Buddha Sangye Mepa, it is said that the Gyawang Drupa also, will come again when they. It is said that the Gyawang Drupas, the reincarnation will among the 1,000 Buddha, they will come at the last and literally, and externally also become a Buddha called Sangye Mepa. And it is said the Vajrayana teach taught only 3 times during the 1,000 Buddha. The first Buddha already taught, and then the Buddha Shakyamuni, and the last during the 1,000 Mepa, Sangye Mepa. Only then people karma to receive the Vajrayana teaching, which can get enlightenment, maximum 16, if you don't break the Samaya, maximum 5, 3 lives, 7 lives, and within 1 lifetime. So the Sangye Mepa will come, and during that time, may I come here, receive teaching, and then go back to Buddha Pure Land. Then in onwards, the aspiration and the dedication continues with even more description of the Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, its quality, how how the earth quality is like that, how the quality, how the birds are also manifestation of Amitabha Buddha. Usually they are giving teachings and speaking about the Dharma. When you want to meditate, all the rivers and the waters and the springs have the 8 qualities of water, the bathings and baits, ponds, etc. They are surrounded the steps of precious stones, lotus flowers. From the lotus flower, the light radiates. From the light, again, Buddha Amitabha and Buddha manifest. There is nothing as realm, or 8 kind of born into hell realm, deaf, born as a deaf, dumb, etc. And all the negative emotions are also, kind of suppressed in the beginning by the conditioned, by the blessing Amitabha Buddha, and given the opportunity to realize and become enlightened through his teaching. So may I be born in Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. And no one is born through the mother's womb, but through the lotus. When they are born, they have the signs of the, Buddha, or they will develop it, right? And then whatever you want, the palaces and the wealth, etc., you don't need to fight about it. No one says that this is my house, this is my cloth. And it is said that only in the human realm we talk like that. In the other God realm, they don't do like that. It is said that when the Nagarjuna, Gombalutup, he went to one of the kind of, the higher realm of human being called Changtamingen, where whatever they want from a tree, they make an aspiration and they get it from the tree. So when the Nagarjuna going from the earth realm, he went there and he kept his cloth on the tree, and somebody else took it, and so then he said, "Oi, this is mine," And all the people gathered there and said, "Oh, look at, there's a very funny person. This is mine. What is mine?" Because in the Changtamingen, whatever you want, you make, no need to fight about what is mine, what is yours, and make a border, and make the documents, and etc. No, we all have, these are all attachment. No, when you die, your border, your land, everything will be utilized by someone else. When we are alive, we have so much attachment to what is land. Even 1 inch something to our land, we will take them to the court. Anyway, so Amitabha land is not like that. So I guess there's no judiciary system also there. So anyway, so it talks about the qualities of there, and then it says that Amitabha Buddha, because Amitabha Buddha Pure Land is not a Dhammakaya Pure Land, it's not a Sambhogakaya Pure Land, it's the Nirmanakaya Pure Land, that out of the aspiration of Amitabha Buddha. So that is the Nirmanakaya Buddha can live for eons and eons, but they always, show that they are born, they pass away. So it is said after millions of eons of Amitabha Buddha Pure Land, one day when Amitabha Buddha pass away, then the Buddha, our Lokteshwara, will become a Buddha in that pure land. May I serve him and receive teaching. And then the Vajrapani will become Buddha. May I serve, and then may I also become Buddha in that or other pure land. And until the samsara is empty, may I, like Amitabha Buddha, may I liberate sentient beings and benefit countless sentient beings. And Amitabha Buddha, you are the, you have immeasurable blessing of longevity, merit, quality, wisdom, and radiance. You are the Amitabha Buddha. You have immeasurable wisdom and the energy of a life. Anyone who remembers you, recites your name and remembers you, unless their karma is already ripened, like a poison tree has already given fruit, you cannot put the fruit back into the tree and tree back into the seed. Until what karma is not ripened, not fully ripened, you will be protected from the fire, poison, weapon, negative beings, and the cannibals, all etc. You protected from all the dangers to those who remember Amitabha Buddha. So I am reciting your name. I am prostrating to you. Please protect me and all the sentient beings from all fear and suffering. May everything, please bless, so that everything will be awesome. And then, as we mentioned a few days ago, by the truth of the reciting the truth is called in our Chökye, it is called Tembadar. It is said that when you kind of make an aspiration with the kind of same example, it is said that during the Buddha's when he was a bodhisattva, as a Gebu Timekundan, he was born and somebody asked for his eye, right? I think his both eyes were, somebody asked, that person had just the bodhisattva. And then after his eyes, and he made an aspiration that I have taken so many rebirths, So many bodies I have, I have been born, I have with a body. How many dead bodies I have left behind, but they have all, been useless in terms of benefiting sentient being. Rather, because of this body, I killed, I stole, I lied, I did sexual misconduct, I, did so many negative karma just to satisfy the cravings of this, which eventually I had to leave a tree. So if this body, my eyes can benefit this, my flesh and blood and the whatever composes the eye, if it can help you, I definitely give it to you, and because of the merit, may I become a Buddha that will liberate all sentient being. And then this person, after he took away the Buddha's eye and said, are you sure you're not lying, you don't regret it? And the Bodhisattva said, if I'm speaking the truth, that I don't even have a smallest bit of regret, rather I feel joyful, may my eye come back. And it is said that the eyes immediately, that Bodhisattva Gebutimekunden's eye appeared again by the truth of the power. So similarly, we are making aspiration that by the truth that all the Buddhas have the quality, are the embodiment of three kaya, Nirmana kaya, Sambhoga kaya, Dhamma kaya, all the true nature of the true Dharma kaya, changing beyond definition, beyond changing, truth of unchanging. All the Buddhas and Buddhas, their qualities, by their quality and their blessing of all of their blessing combined, may all my end that I have made here today, starting from when I'm about to die, may I have no fear, may I understand the things that I'm attached to as an illusion, as a dream, may I be able to, may I go without any sort of doubt. All of this prayer that we have made, may these come true. I prostrate to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, Kunjo Sumna Chazal, Taya the Peasantry, so Kunjo Sumna Chazal, Namo Menzu Shiri, Namo Sushiri, Namo Udama Shiri. And if you recite this mantra and do 3 prostrations, it is said that you should do 3 possible 100, if not as much, if not 7, and then if you can, it is even 3 will be multiplied 100,000 times. Okay? Now this is an excuse to say that if you want to do Guru Yoga, you just do 1 prostration inside this and say, I finished my ngondro, that will be, it is equivalent in merit, that is for sure. But purification comes with the effort, though. Like, if somebody gives you $1 and teaches you how to earn, the letter you learn in earning that wealth is much more than somebody wealth. So yes, it is true that in terms of merit, but in terms of purification, in terms of wisdom, the effort that you built in your practice is a must needed, right? So Uttama Shiri Soha, so it is said that if possible every day, if not on this day, facing the western direction, offering, remembering Amitabha Buddha, if you do this prayer with a one-pointed mind, in this life, your obstacles will be cleared. In the next, there is not even the smallest doubt that you will be born into Amitabha Buddha pure land. So it is said in the Sutra of Amitabha Buddha, of a white lotus, deathless drum. This in the Sutra it is said, and this prayer is composed by the Bhikshu Raga Ase, who was the teacher of Tukumingyur Dorji. Right? So this kind of concludes the teaching. And then for those of us, I think, who cannot do this long prayer every day, if you can just do that's also himself gave this prayer to Tukumingyur Dorji. So Sangye and Chodik, they were both given by Sanjay Yopam and Amitabha to Tukumingyur Dorji. And when you are doing this short prayer, or if it's just Om Ami Devarshi also, within this, when you are doing this 4th prayer, we can make sure that we can fulfill these four qualities. We can remember Amitabha Buddha and his pure land. We can make prostrations and etc., accumulate the merit. We can involve, aspiration to become a Buddha for the all sake of all sentient beings. Or you can even say that I want to be born in Amitabha Buddha pure land so that I can receive teaching, guidance for the sake of also, that is also a bodhicitta. And then lastly, make a dedication to be born into Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. So if you can't do the long one, even the short one, if you kind of know how to think about it, even the short prayer can fulfill the 4 conditions to be born into Amitabha Buddha Pure Land. And lastly, I want to thank His Holiness the Gyawang Drupa for giving this opportunity for all of us, including myself, to fulfill Mayumla. As I mentioned earlier, fulfilling the wish of Gongpa is to actually to benefit everyone, including ourselves. So I personally feel we are all very, very fortunate to be here, and more than anyone, we ourselves have been benefited. And through the dedication, we hope that it will benefit inspiration to benefit every sentient being. And I want to thank all the wonders who, we have just come few days ahead, but the nuns have been working hard for months and months to prepare for this. The nuns have been working the hardest. Then after that are I think the volunteers who have left their family, who have left their children, because they drop their children to the school, come here directly. So they have, I think, more 300 or 400 volunteers of Druk, Nepal, Ahmad Sokpa, Sikkim, Mama, and many others. They have put so much of effort. And then we have the Lotsawa, Druk Lotsawa, the translator, and the translators, and every one of you also who have made this retreat possible. So, from my side, I really want to thank all of you. And as His Holiness said, today is the time to make a dedication. So I dedicate that all of us will have we'll have a good health, happiness, our wishes fulfilled according to Dharma, without harming any other being. And then the Buddha Dharma will flourish. From the Nepal onwards to all the world will have and joy in the world, and also be able to do this kind of event again and again. And in next life we will all be born into Amitabha Buddha Pure Land and finally get enlightened. Thank you all very much. Taring manzo shabo gudze shinglia tinkyam gandube kagongtar ani choching mingdal mayumgi gongzo che 되는 것말라 땡아랑신 심신 탐지 세딜로 세링 내메 미스 된당된 지마 대화진 더두 상기에 고반토베기 고급 상부시라 중월라는 아랑이네 개와 상부시라 중 상구도 내 백엔 상마이네 엔 투레야 지크월라 다른 있는 지 미스 된당된 헨베 밀리토베 된고 중승이 소라오시 베제 딜레르지 맨로 상구도월라 세디당 치말라 펜베 랑시 심지 탐진 펜베 야가 제수바이나 베제 미스 된당된 바스네 딘지신도 거르 된 제선다 달렌데 독스 야부 중화 델이야 땡얘기 양이 조개 맛이 경부를 맛이 간당 사스테 때 양결 쟁굴이야 투명겸 중화면은 야고 나오르나 야 고니야 된 자일라마 경원경원 주것 제된 다가나 신기더니 자일라마 망부슈여제 원래 배권한다 지기야 제살레든 겨이지 노버제 죽니야 겹지지 노버제 되니야 랑외네 된배 제디 진진 디지니 진진 자일라마 경원경원 주것 제베 개고 담바 상마 된 고세샤베 템바다 비티 철줄 개바 투기 시간다가 링기 주바 얘네 질 상계기 템바 탐지 다르신 개고 얼마도 디마담의 최봉길레레 아니 양고에서 랑게 된 베처럼 통화매번에 제외기 이 주기 발된 주비 주기대야 배 칼라트로 템바디야 다르신게 얘네 직 세대기 진진 방막이 쯧베 엔 제도 방막 심전 탐지에 된 학벌도 된 달랭한조 배 다와 망빙거네 저진낭이 주가미다베기 주만남베기 다와 망빙거네 없기 시진낭이 버제 된 권나무 상말 투시시에나 자 고란조이네 최고 다르신바 된 사당 주방님바 된 안조이 투면 되니 다가나신게 volunteer 다 YG 아마 속바래 생자십시 속바 많이 속어서 망부치기 배 고란즈 배 난길래가샤 아니 배 부구지다 이네 랍자 교고 파케시인데 연고를 생게든지 고중 배 마시기야 지문에 전에 배위 생게디 예만에 배 배경을 쳐다वे 개갑지 레양 레라된 배쳐 야가다 하람 던던던다 개갑지 인직 자롱 가셔다 이제 로귤 대바니 배 야가를 쳐 마당을 배율이야 최다르스네 배제 딘도하우제 딘제 게레 레라 배율 미든서 셈바상와 인철라 대바 인지 규축부이네 레 규축부이네 레 메네레 강제 강투기 토안에 학남다 강투기 로바 나와디 안 상메기 딜이야 같은 제니 엔 제베 신 진다레 안 상마 엔 세링 네메 미세트엔당된 지마테와신두케 엔 다르두산제 고방 디나싱 다랭아즈 아미데와 동줍데 다른 사직지고 마임바 양니 양도로 한다 아주 미세 통동제 미세 딩동 디낭리아 아이 로라 미세 통동 디낭리아 다이 군디 울레야쇼 땡아라조 라마키부 담바 남바다 켐보 로베 남바 춘 버스마 춘 진다 상마 좀네 샤부주즈진라 칼라이 토니네 샤마자 창 실룡아 이승기 스미질라 네바빵 제니 신이 시다 지바 방주기 셈곰 대간의 공부에 봐도 매백이 주바수도 나인 개와 상부시라제 이 다른 직보 마임바 양의 양도 배 로딱 아니 배 사람 망부 아니 배 딘제기야 지금 외반민 긴코르 딘 좀수베기 melам 마랑이 촌이네 갭기에 셈닝 탁반에 배 다른 젠다 만다에 가보 남진 아니 니마 동두들 시라 대마요 엔지 니마 도즐링도 데데 많이 두두스 거르르 한 칼라이 니마 딱바 달바스 삼삼 달바스 식체 많이 동두블라디 배 체르부슈슈 많이 동두블라디 배 이네 달렌디 셴나 만다와 엔지야 찍네 라메기 칭라 이네 ngàn 상마 대바탐시 임바송자 아니 주만 남백이네 주만 남백이야 초게게 당제 수당 튠바 이동 야 산제 밤면데 두게다 망이 아주 상마 이네 징원에 지갈하라 돌하라 얘네 다가나징게 volunteer 상배 셀라르 생겨지는 배직 산이 배 할람직 당시에 매버지 할람배 가부싱 탁관에 가부시라 중 근데 정원이 닝 탁관에 양이 양 진짜 상마 좀치 야 외밤에 스네레 외밤이 투리 총반에 제레지 주바 애니야 경원드레스 인디 군들이야 양이양도 다른 아주 디제 좀 양이양도게 로코르 제베기 melam 나로나 양결 상말이야 도시시 얘기야 또 거기에나게 가시 지금 민들의 제외바이네 애는 공개 매바다 엔 도시시 레게 전부 인기를때 도시시 마 레줌제 도시시 송그레 세치마기 도시시 송그레 대 상계외반명이 도시시 송도가오레 도시시 셰슈드 디멘로 상고들어와나 데 도시시
벤제르부미 아홍오이시 남발다 원진 세르게사시 오임 벤제르레기 아홍오이시 자리 거리오 우스 홍오리 거리라바 샤랄레바 로에 zambolingin noe palang chudon chandamingen sirdun dal balarang ayam dang ayapajan numdoyon de dalam chudoin changdamingen Tamingen gindarim bojiriyo balsam mamoy bailadoy garlarim boji nirborim boji asunmorim boji lanborim boji lamborim boji dachorim boji amaborim boji tere chen boy pumba gwa ma rinwa ma luema ghar ma me to man di nang sal man di cha ni dawa rimbo chen do chole nambara galwe gal la dang bi ba jara kunsum so ma sa wa me ba ji to wa dang ji ding sung me ba da la ma dam jang ne min chet ge wang gur samo lek para thom be gu den ta ra yun du bulwara ge o tu je ro en du je su Chini chingi lamdu isra saji mugi chunshi meto shirabali shida yamba de sangi jindu mi devar Druku namda jindu jabara shunguru idam ratna mandala kanre adaya mi ngichi mandala sambu dibulu changchibulam mi jun jindu sum kelwe gongba tang sipa mi drula jura mi namkada nyambirun Ge yulge num chang sam be ma ge ser dong bo he zin shui ge ngur zhe mi ban ma chung ne shi su zha kur gan du mang bu go ke ge je su da du jing ge lu zhi shi su gu zhe ban ma si de hong Namo Amitabha Nam cho de dan ban mang quy chi zo chi me chung de nuna thai la salwa dev so chi la un du jo dan me sang ge jin ge lup chi ra ze wan de jin tham la so jang se me nya da chum gur so la salwa dev so chi la un du dan me sang ge du bar jin ge lo sang ge ngi ba su ge ban ma jo ri ze de ya su so nam la sarwa dev su jin la un du sur dan me sang ge du bar jin ge lo me gur dur jin de dur ba zan sa ge bal dan la ma cho nam la sarwa jin la un du sur dan me sang ge du bar jin ge lop ji dan tho na zo tun zai dang ya su so nam la surwa mu ju sul dan me sang ge ching ge lo ma go cham dal sen do ya yam so den shon tam jang ge so nam la surwa dev su na mu ju dan me sang ge du bar ching ge lo ne la surwa ta be chin la ki dim ge Parsha Shiva Dan Se Bhai Shena Ragi Upa Me Guru Me Sangi Sho Cha Salva Da Churchin Shapa Da Jisui Tuji Salva Igi Va Junja Dagi Jisa Pa Tam Je Zo Chang Chu Shirgo 사와숨 야네 남라야 수치 도굴 성일라구질 장주부셔도 심기도 나무 원조송당사와숨 야네 남라야 수치 도굴 성일라구질 장주부셔도 심기도 나무 원조송당사와숨 야네 남라야 수시 누구는 성라그질 장주부조도 생기는 가달로니 들바이 남사강 위주비진 만두라달라무르지 삼미규르지 부사오 미도주기만 미딩 딩나랑이 드세바갈 눈두이반마다 달라 오밤이 구두마르 잘지정이 양자대 논지지지 줄구슬 길몰중이 주발라 이수직대네 왕주갈 잘지정이 달제당 예윤쟁화반만신 신비덕이 바들주 연두자들 두신덕 잘지정이 구동원 예연들 시릴부신 신비덕이 바들주 상기장주부신 바당 연들다 중방미골 소숨기니 숨기 두스물리니 호주비 대화자 남잔당이 Did Chandin Chin Hosusul Aldinda Dinda Sugur Lord in Say Paraja Sadhusa Utubama Davidan Dindu Oba Migila Sujusul Om De Chin Chin Du Shuyi Gurlukur sim chế nam la ta tu tu si si tam chế cho si ru e kyang si va nam da yang ze la cha sa lo om a mi de va ji Banjar samaya za za hum e pa di chalana devo into ke shile ul chui be galwari nga chindani wangur se oi gyan gyuro da gi di dan di jagi o bhai gula lu sulo la la di mami ngaya iri da be din gi om sarva da 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 bike ade samaya jiri hum hum re gar jang din de bai bai kuni jiwa kula di mami ngaya dungal dal ve din gi Om na sa se dil gurmi di galve gula survargi gula sirvami ngaya radha merve dirgi Om re jinya cha se bhagi yasangi gi gula sur gula yan surmi ngaya ji ji Dindirgi, Maya la ya dir jab se di, kya wa se che jalu, chala ki mami ngaya, dungal dal ve dindirgi, o pa jari da se di, jab se di dan di burna. Dani damali boyang simgi ja sil sil moge shala chuba bulwargi o bachan sigi bijir me dozi bulwana dani damali boyang Simgi pushpe gar mugit challa chut babulwargi Honga oi bhaja jogi bishir Tishimindus boy bulwana Dami damali boya Simgi libi murmurgit challa chut babulwargi Om Bhaja Jugi Bijir Marmi Sarva Burvana Dani Dhamalali Boya Simgi Dipa Marmugit Chala Juba Burvargi Kungai Oi Bai Gulu Jayashir Tijavadi Dana Burvana Dani damali boya simgi gandhi jamurgi kula juba burvargi unga pargura tu bijir chaziro jo burvana Dani damali boya simgi nyuti Jala juba burvargi Oi oi baya jugi bijir Moya la burvana Dani damli boya Zemgi shabda sirmurgi La juba burvargi Oi baya jugi bijir Maya Devana Nani Damal Semgiri Ma Sevargi Devula Shiva Burvana Om Bala Gamba Gandhi Alike Gandhi Lede Santamudra Durje gune gui cho cha ge chen den du me nam kha da gui gu nga wi shu ge chak sur tu a durje suni sange jo che wa du da me yam ba lu me do tu je jan ge se ba ye lo jo zo gu da tu hon durje tu ne tu ge jo jo ye do la ye sam ba ge chen tu ge yan da me be ga jin jan dul be go la chak sal do da ne ma re wan ge Jagi banzir sato koi se yam ba jagi gula chaksal tut asungi tam se yam Gigi sung la chaksal tu huntu gi tam se yam ba jagi chaksal tu shi so ham banzir sato banzir sato ma hoye ngosir sangi na wa dae dae dushin Tumla su sangye changsen bamwe damja la se che gui be sangye sarwa de dala chukki nawa thai rubar chi lo tamche kimba la cha salun dildar sangye chumne di Shiva Rajumba Yanda Prasobe Sangeri Badang Jasu Demba Devra Shiva Shiva Kivu Deve Kalu Yuvalana Nange Sangi Jumden de Sote Shiva de Sunam Dagi Yutun Baki Savanam Jim Sabadan Rada Gamba Sunam Gitrinam Gishi Fisha Samvana Sanam Gimindo Geba Shirin Batum Tuna Mitun Bami Bade Bamuvanam Langam Shirab Silgi Minulatum Namla Siva Mevasim Jantam Jagitun Badam Josim Batnam Gayap Pape Gansanam Yangale Devi Junkitu Juanam Gite Pun Ishe Batu Meva Basam Gimi Gaba Sunam Pratapa Yang Bakucheta Chomi Sheva Kusum Tubada Gima Guiva Sudagi Yuramago Basumi Bada Dama Jeva Dunga Dale number Rua Pumpo Dale Ratu number Rua Kamnanda Kitchen the Badevanam Shindu Jeva Yosu Dale number Rua Sipari Rua Chole Galwa Ishe Majimba Dandal Rajabi Sangajum Nange Jelane Yangale de Balami Yanda Bangi Talana Bas Jandam Jalazi Bisala Jubade Didane Sangajum Dendani Kushi Yandariam Suedam Bishoni Tomargewa Pardugewa Tamargewa Dun Sambo Sidu Sambo Mareva Yosu Zoba Yosu Yosu Jamajum Dendage Shalabasuba Yanda Pratama Nemi Batu Shiva Mipangewa Toma Detoma Laturu Bakevanam Nisusurari Jumdendage Sumbe Chudula Lebrajuma Nebrajum Zobe Chanju Rajeba Mitun Bambi Jindeva and Batemba Yuacheba Teba Chimbo Giduni Lebrajubari Barajumba Tambrajubatum Brajumbatram Chazabe Osugurba Sunam Gipal Gazing Yunosoja Jimbene Sugurba Kundu Jimbene Sugurba Chimbo Sangesula Chasal Gubisula Gindun de la Chasalu Sumna Daudu Chasal Sange and the Samega Tambichugan Samega Samega Bradijana Nambrami Balsamega Namdajin to Georesho Omogura Banzerni de Aho Omusarva Buddha Buddhisa New de Aho Omogamadeo Dala Banzerni de Aho Omushiri Dharma Palaya Banzerni de Aho Hari de Soha Hari de Mahabada Hara Hara Sarva Papa Soha Mandamida Shibi Soha Jose Tembe Hidova Lecturedini Shichi Chutibe Bruindua Dinjur Tenzin Selan Shunba